Bro, this just became a whole different situation, because word is now coming out that Erika Kirk is officially confirming she is pursuing legal action against Druski over that viral conservative women skit. And look, we are going to break down exactly how credible this is, what the online speculation actually says, what close sources are telling people, and most importantly, whether Druski has anything to genuinely worry about here. Because when you look at all the details, and I mean all of them, this story is a lot more layered than the headline suggests. Do not go anywhere, because this one is wild from start to finish. Alright, so let us set the scene properly, because context is everything with this story. A few days ago, Druski dropped what has now become one of the most viewed comedy skits in recent internet history. The video was titled How Conservative Women in America Act, and bro, from the very first second, people knew this was something different. Full prosthetics, blonde wig, heavy makeup, white jacket. The transformation was so complete that the AI built into X literally could not tell the difference between Druski in costume and the real person. Someone posted a still from the skit and asked Grok to identify who was in the image, and Grok responded with complete confidence, Erika Kirk. Not a parody, not a costume, Erika Kirk. That exchange alone pulled 3 million views before people even finished processing the skit itself. And the skit? 179 million views. Let that land for a second. 179 million. That is not a viral moment anymore. That is a landmark cultural event that has permanently attached itself to Erika Kirk's public image in a way that no press conference, no interview, and no statement can fully undo. The skit moves through scenes that hit harder the more context you have. Opens with fireworks and American flags, a direct nod to Charlie Kirk's memorial in Arizona, a mock Iran war press conference where his character performs concern while dodging real questions, a Starbucks drive-thru, a Bible testimony, and then the moment that genuinely broke the internet, his character at a podium delivering a speech about protecting white men in America, while a guard in the background visibly reacts when the line lands. That 2-second reaction clip got reposted so many times it basically became its own separate meme. Now here's the detail that becomes incredibly important once we start talking about lawsuits. Druski never said Erika Kirk's name. Not once. Not in the video. Not in the caption. The title was broad and general. How Conservative Women in America Act. No named individual. No direct target identified. The audience connected the dots themselves. Grok connected the dots. But Druski just made a comedy video, and that single decision is the entire foundation of his defense. Now before we get into the lawsuit angle, let me give you the full picture on Erika Kirk, because you cannot properly understand the weight of this situation without knowing everything she has been carrying since September. Erika Kirk became one of the most talked about figures on the internet almost overnight following the assassination of her husband Charlie Kirk in September 2025. Charlie was the co-founder of Turning Point USA, one of the most prominent voices in the conservative movement and a figure with a massive platform. He was eliminated while speaking at an event at Utah Valley University, and the shockwaves that sent through American politics were immediate and enormous. Erika stepped up to lead Turning Point USA as CEO in the aftermath and has been under a level of public scrutiny that is genuinely difficult to comprehend. Her grief gets analyzed in real time. Her expressions get dissected. Candace Owens has been publicly questioning whether her mourning is authentic and pushing conspiracy theories about the circumstances of Charlie's passing. And through all of that, she has been making public appearances, giving speeches, and leading a major political organization. Which brings us to the moment that directly inspired everything that followed. Here is the part that completely reframes the lawsuit conversation. Because if Erika Kirk's team is serious about pursuing legal action, they are going to have to reckon with something that happened 2 weeks before the skit even existed. March 11th, Arkansas. Erika Kirk is standing at a podium alongside Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders at a Turning Point USA expansion event. Cameras rolling, microphone on, full public setting, and she looks out at the audience and delivers a line that the internet immediately latched onto like a vice. Don't let anyone disenfranchise you because you're a young man, especially a young white male man. Bro, read that back. Young white male man. She said all 4 of those words consecutively into a live microphone at a public press conference with cameras present, and the internet did not let that breathe for even a single second. The clip was everywhere within the hour. TikTok ran with it. X ran with it. The phrase young white male man started appearing in memes, in comment sections, in video edits before the event had even fully ended. And people were also zooming in on the fact that a black student was standing directly behind her as those words came out, which added a visual layer to the clip that the internet absolutely feasted on. Now here's the thing that makes the legal angle so complicated for her team. Druski watched that clip. Everybody watched that clip. And when his character steps to that podium in the skit and starts talking about protecting white men in America, he was not being creative. He was not exaggerating for comic effect. He was essentially quoting a real moment that had already gone viral on its own. The comparison videos that flooded X and TikTok within hours of the skit dropping were not even close. They were frame for frame, word for word, energy for energy, identical. So how exactly do you build a legal case against someone who dramatized your own publicly delivered words back at the world? That is the question Erika's legal team is going to have to answer, and right now, nobody has a clean response to it.
So Erika Kirk has reportedly already started the legal process of taking legal action against Druski for his skit, which was objectively hilarious. Druski said Erika has sent him a cease and desist trying to sue him over a skit. Little does she know, parody is protected. It's comedy, not defamation. Y'all gotta stop trying to take jokes to court. Just legally, here in reality where the rest of us live, oh boy is 1000% correct on that. He's not gonna be able to sue him over a comedy skit. Otherwise, shit like Saturday Night Live never would have been able to exist. And let's be real, we all know exactly who he was trying to portray in this video, but he never once said her name, so they're not gonna be able to prove that in court. None of the elements for a successful defamation case exist in Druski's video. He didn't make any false statements. She's for damn sure not gonna be able to prove any damages. Also, the legal reality is that if you are a public figure like Erika Kirk, that you are opening yourself up to people making jokes about you that you may or may not like. I know some people are all up their asses saying, leave her alone, she's a grieving widow. No, she's not, dog. She's the CEO of Turning Point. She's out doing public events, she's doing podcasts, and she's opening herself up to all this shit legally. If you're honest with yourself and you've watched the way she's behaving, it's weird as fuck. So no, she's not going to be able to sue Druski over a joke, and it makes it look even weirder that she's even trying to try.
Okay, so now let us get into the part everybody is actually here for, because this is where the story shifts from internet drama into something with real-world stakes. The online speculation about potential legal action started almost immediately after the skit crossed significant view milestones. X threads, Reddit discussions, comment sections. People were asking the same question everywhere. Can she actually sue him for this? And as those conversations grew louder, close sources started adding fuel to the fire. People close to the situation say Erika Kirk and her team have been having serious internal conversations about pursuing legal action since the skit went viral. The anger coming out of her camp is described as genuine and sustained, not a moment of frustration that passed, but a deep, ongoing fury that has only grown as the view count has climbed. Sources say the conversation shifted from whether to do something to what can actually be done and how far it could realistically go. And here is exactly why. Druski never identified Erika Kirk by name. The skit was titled How Conservative Women in America Act, a broad, generalized parody of a political type, rather than a specific individual. Every element of the skit was rooted in things Erika Kirk actually said and did in public spaces. The Arkansas press conference, the CBS interview, real public appearances, real public statements. Satire and parody of public figures are constitutionally protected forms of expression in America, and the bar for a defamation claim against a public figure is extraordinarily high. You have to prove actual malice. You have to prove false statements of fact. And when every element of the skit reflects real public behavior, bro, that case does not have a lot of ground to stand on. Druski's camp is reportedly completely aware of all of this, and the word coming back from his side is that he is unbothered, confident, and standing fully behind every creative decision that went into that video. So here's where everything stands right now. 179 million views and climbing. Close sources saying Erika Kirk is furious, and legal conversations are happening in her camp. Online speculation reaching a fever pitch, and Druski reportedly standing behind every decision he made with complete confidence because he built his defense into the skit from the very first frame by never once saying her name. Whether this actually becomes an official legal filing or stays as the most talked about drama on the internet, one thing is absolutely clear. This cycle is not done. It has not slowed down for a single week since September, and there is no sign of that changing anytime soon. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Erika Kirk actually has a case here, or is Druski completely untouchable on this one? Anyway, this concludes today's video. Be sure to subscribe to LoafTube for future celebrity videos, and turn on that post notification bell so you don't miss out on any future uploads. Until then, see you in the next one.